Hey guys, welcome to our Belle Meade Proper install. Belle Meade is a place in Nashville that has a lot of history and some beautiful traditional homes. The young client that moved in here really wanted it to be fun and youthful, and so we took a creative approach. So right when you walk into the front door, this is the first room off the front door, and it is what we're calling the man cave, but it is super feminine at the same time. So some of my favorite pieces in this space are these chairs. These chairs are Verillan. Verillan usually uses a ton of neutral colors in their fabrics, so we decided to pick what I call a grandma fabric, but it's really not, and we put them on these super like mod style chairs, so you get a little traditional and you get a little modern at the same time. If you come over here, like there's just really unique things that we've done. We used a dark paint, we use light curtains, and there's just really cool features. You've got some Tyler Shields art, you have real art kind of sprinkled all over the room, which I love. We went with a black granite fireplace that we custom did. So one of the coolest things about this room is the way that it lays out. So it kind of flows into this space that is kind of the bar. So what we decided is to do a back-to-back sofa experience to where you can entertain over on that side. You can also entertain on this side. So if you want to sit here on this sofa, you'll be facing the bar, and there can be people mingling in and out of this space. So come on to the bar. This bar is one of my favorite bars pretty much of all time. So we decided to kind of bring back this little piece that you often see in like older hotel lobbies, but we made it super modern. We drew this out, we customized it. All of these pieces, they come apart. So you can pull open this ottoman and kind of perch and sit them around the room for entertaining. We also added a wood piece in the center to where if people were to sit here, they could have a drink and sit it down and have a nice place to relax and talk with a friend. Well, we had this marble made custom, and we kind of floated it around the room with these bar stools so that you have just a million places to sit, and you can look out this cool window into the backyard that's beautiful and southern. So we kept the floors as is, it's the red brick floor, and we created this beautiful cabinetry work with the same marble that we used on the floating bar. And this is where they house all of their alcohol and their cups and just everything that they need to entertain. And it's just beautiful, pretty, and masculine all at the same time, which is why I love it. There's one more piece that I want to show you guys, just because in a dark space like this, I believe it's really important to throw in some antiques every once in a while. So this is an antique piece that we found that just sits beautifully in front of this window. And this artist, who I love, she does custom work for us. We let the client pick the word, and that is from the show Friends, but it's just a super cool piece that she created, and I just think it's just the perfect touch to this really beautiful antique piece. That's the man cave. I don't even think you could call it a man cave. It's more of a female cave in my opinion, because I would bring my friends in here and entertain any day of the week. Now that we're leaving the man cave, we're kind of back into the entry. For the entry, we chose a very simple, clean banister that kind of sits on the trim of the stairs, and a beautiful Emily Brown piece of art that is done in pencil, and she's incredible. And then we come into the dining room. The dining room is definitely like a funky play on traditional, so we kept the doors and the old door hardware, and we put in this beautiful, very graphic wallpaper with dark curtains, kept the old windows. This room is very dynamic in the sense that we have so many materials. We have mixtures of patterns, so the benches at the end have another small scale pattern on them to kind of blend in with the wall that has a more loud pattern. We got a custom table made so that they could have the right amount of seating in the space. We have alabaster lighting in the room, and this is a pretty cool touch. So this is a picture of both of their family old portraits of like a dining experience that they had. So we definitely wanted to feature that. So then when you leave the dining room, it's kind of where you get into the main house. When you come down this hall, you come into the powder room. In the powder room, also we used a beautiful, kind of a more traditional wallpaper. And then we designed this marble vanity, and it kind of runs up the sides and the mirror hangs over the marble. We used a pretty brass, like traditional faucet. And when you go to the floor, we used a really kind of modern graphic on the floor, which really has a great juxtaposition to the wallpaper. This is the master hallway, and again, we carried the plaster through the walls, and we did a gallery wall of their family with a kind of a muted Ushak rug going down the hall. We definitely did a more simple, kind of glammy situation in her master. There's so many pieces in this master that I love. So they had this very large wall, and we just ran a ledge across it, which is a super affordable thing to do when addressing a really large scale wall, because it only took 3 pieces of art instead of, 30. We gave her a little seating area. This is a Varillan sofa, and I love the profile of that sofa. So this bed wall was it's just one of my favorites. So this is a Lindsay Alderman light. She is just a lighting artist, but we kind of drew this in, and then we had it customized to go directly above this bed. So the bed wall is just super simple, but not simple at all because of that light. So we didn't have to do art. We didn't do the standard mirrors. We just literally wrapped this light around the wall, and it really turned out beautifully. This is where she gets ready. This is the girls' side of the closet, and it's just a beautiful closet. From the profiles of the doors that we used a really skinny rail profile. Hardware, very simple hardware. We wallpapered the whole space, the ceiling, the walls. It has beautiful lighting in this space. It's just a very glamorous, fun place to get ready. This is the master bathroom, and it is beautiful. This is actually new hardware, but we wanted to keep the traditional historic feeling in the space in little ways, so we made sure that the doorknobs looked like they came with the home. Even where the toilet is really cool. So we picked a really fun piece of art and did just like this little marble ledge where you could sit things. I think it's just a really great way in a little powder room like this to just do something fun. Everything is very clean, very simple, very white. We chose a lot of marble accents in the space and a very cool drawer cabinet profile. And we did a beautiful fabric for her cafe curtains, which I just absolutely love. Really cool towel rings. I think that's just a beautiful towel ring. Her shower, we actually combined her shower and her tub because of the space that we were allotted. So these are doors. Instead of your typical shower handles, we chose little doorknobs, which I just think are just really cute and cool. So if you come into the shower, we plastered all of the walls in the shower. There is a product that you can use that can get wet, so that's what we chose. Really pretty hardware in here, beautiful tub. We used a cafe curtain in the shower so that we could let some light in. And then by the tub, we did a marble shelf for her to be able to grab things, a glass of wine here if she needed to, and then 2 towels that were on hooks just right beside it. So just very calm, very clean, and that's the experience that we wanted to create. Okay, so come on with me into the kitchen. We kept kind of the original shape of the kitchen when we came in. This fridge is just gorgeous. We did a whole kind of like solid wall where the fridge is disguised. You can't see it. I don't know what there is in there, so I won't show it to you, but that's a fridge. So the client really wanted durable things in her kitchen. So we chose a porcelain countertop, which her kids can sit and eat at, and she doesn't have to stress or worry. There's so many beautiful brass details in this space, like the faucet, the range. This is really something that she wanted, and it just has such beautiful detailing. We took the porcelain about 18 inches up this wall, and it really is beautiful, but it definitely is functional. So there's a towel that you can just like wipe up your hands on. There's things that she uses, and then some Mackenzie Dove art, who is one of my favorites. So these are original windows, and we replaced the molding, but we went back with what they had and just added little cafe curtains, which I think are so cute. So this is about to look staged, but I know she's in here and she gave me permission. She actually is making food in her butler's pantry. This is Jackie, the client. It makes me so happy to see people in their spaces, actually utilizing their spaces. We spend a lot of time on these designs, so when they work and they function, it's just really, really cool. And every single time I come over here, she's cooking. She was really adamant about keeping this particular wall, which I absolutely love. This is original hardware, original. We just painted it, and then we replaced the other cabinets or added the other cabinets and tried to match the hardware as closely as we could. This light, I feel, definitely speaks to the traditionalness of the home. It is new, it's urban electric. The patina on it and the coloring and everything, I just think is just a really big pop, and I really think that it worked out well. So we're walking into the living room, and again, this is an older house, so we don't have like this huge space. It's got nice ceilings. We chose a custom limestone fireplace, which is really nice. We were able to slip cover this leather sofa so that it doesn't come across as too masculine. And this leather that we chose, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's aging really well, and it's just, to be such a large sofa and leather, it actually just fits perfectly into the room, and I just think it's so beautiful. We did custom cabinetry over here just to store their little odds and ends, and we inset it into the wall, and the detailing on this cabinet is just top notch. So this is the kitchen seating area. This was one of the most custom difficult things that we did. So again, we did not really expand the walls or do anything like that. So there was this shape in here that existed. So we drew and designed this custom bench where it literally fits perfectly into this space and with this wood table. And it just really is easy for kids to climb into, watch TV in the mornings, eat breakfast. It's just a beautiful space, but it's also super functional, because that was one of her top requests is, I want it beautiful, but I also want it functional. And so we really had the challenge, and I feel like we pulled it off. This light, I was a little worried that it was not going to be the right style for the house, but once we got it up, it just kind of blends in and goes away. And it definitely does not scream traditional like some of our other choices, but I really think it needed it, and it is breaking the rules, but we break the rules all the time. And so sometimes you just gotta try something and see if it works, and this worked. Then last but not least, this porcelain art piece is kind of what separates the kitchen from the living room. This wall definitely needed something, and we had one of our art installers hang every single one of these individually. And if you look behind it, the wall is actually plastered. If you wanted to kind of achieve somewhat of this look for a little bit more affordable, you could do like a lime wash. This plaster detail is really nice and time consuming, but it really creates like a texture in the space that's beautiful, and you don't even notice it until you're in here. That is the living room and kitchen of this Belle Meade Proper house, and I just love it. I hope you do too. Taking us up to the kids' kind of spaces. So there's two little girls, kind of a little bit older than my girls, so I can really relate to where she's at, and this is their playroom. Almost in every playroom we do a couple of things, especially for girls. We do a kitchen, and we kind of stage it like a kitchen in a way, just on a younger level. So we have shelves and art and just fun things, and then all of the fun stuff inside. Bookshelf always, I don't think anything more important in a playroom than your bookshelf. We had just a little furniture made, so as a parent you want to be able to come into your playroom and sit down while they play. So we added this little seating area for them, a bulletin board where they can hang their own art. I always love doing a kids gallery wall. Just like you do for an adult, your adult spaces, you can also do gallery walls in your kids' spaces, and they're super fun. I've done them to where it's just the kids, where it's family. We often use these Restoration Hardware bins just to throw all of the little things in, because at the end of the day, you can organize it and put labels on it, but your kids are gonna shove it in whatever hole they want to. So this is just the prettiest way I can think of to just be able to store a lot of like little odd and end toys. So right across the hall is their bedroom, and they share a room. I absolutely love this light. This is an Interiors light, and I just think it's so pretty. I just love the little Juliet balcony outside. And then we had their beds made in this fabric that is just absolutely beautiful and floral. This is actually something that Casey Musgraves hand wrote and signed, and it made it into the design of this space. And then over here they have this cute little dresser. I think always, a lot of times, like styling a little dresser like this is a way to just add decor into the space. They're not really gonna mess with it. They're gonna open up the drawers and things. We layered an antique rug over the top of the other rug, kind of right in front of the dresser, just to kind of staple this dresser into the room. Their bathroom it's just, I wish it was my kid's bathroom. This is a custom shower curtain. I know that seems crazy, but it's hard to find a pretty shower curtain. We have this kind of purpley pink Roman shade in here, and then this is their little vanity, which I think is so cute. We did this flower tile that is super, super cool, and we inset the mirrors into the wall and use this really pretty marble polished nickel faucets, and you can just drape a little towel so that when they're washing their hands they can get it right here, because we did not have the luxury of doing it on the wall because of these little inset cabinets. So that is their bathroom, and I just think it's so cute and pretty, and this is just a fun little space. I have two girls, so I can completely relate to this space, and one day I'm gonna do it for myself.